Are you ready to get it popping?
Basketball season has returned.
It's been a long time,
man.
We were supposed to link up with this brother how long ago? Yeah, I'm in my bag. I'm feeling my shit today. I'm feeling myself a little bit
Man,
today.
talk your shit, bro.
'Cause I mean, we back.
Back.
Can't help it.
But the crazy thing is, I don't feel no hate, bro. I don't feel no
We
hate,
ain't gonna
dog.
stop this shit.
We getting a
because
lot of love in the city right
YouTube
now.
ain't gonna play this shit.
YouTube, man, YouTube.
Microphone check, ladies and gentlemen. I go by the name of Rello. That's RELLO.
And 4x the Genius, 4runner.com, man. Y'all know what's up by now.
Man, it's been so long. 4 times didn't even know when to come in.
Bro, you know what, dog? I was trying to get the levels right and everything, dog. 'Cause like you said, it's been a long time, dog. I forgot how to set the whole situation, though.
Ladies and gentlemen, we are back. It's the blackest podcast in Wichita, aka the drunk uncle at the barbecue, aka the cousin that used to get you in all types of shit when you were younger. This is the Point Proven Podcast, 4runners.com, 4runners YouTube. So, ladies and gentlemen, without further ado, we got a special guest in the building. We got a young talent that's been killing it lyrically wise. I got put on by a brother that I know, and he told me, yo, this is the coldest rapper in the city. And I said, oh, you're going to have to prove me wrong. And then just so happens one of the songs that I heard from him was a very drunk song that he made about his father. So that was like some dope shit to put on top of it. So,
got to edit.
ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, I give to you, Wody.
Hello.
My man.
Wody, how you doing, bro?
I'm doing.
I know that was probably like an intro you weren't ready for off the top.
Nah, that was well deserved.
But
well appreciated.
Man, how's everything going for you? How's life?
It's going straight. I've been back here for a week and a half now, and it's been straight.
Back in Wichita?
Yeah.
Oh, okay, where you been at?
Oklahoma, DePue, Oklahoma. Shout out to my aunt Colleen. Yeah, been out there
taking care of horses and
living the life.
Thoroughbreds, and I never get what the other horse's name is.
Yeah,
just enjoying nature and getting a whole different perspective. He basically pulled a Kanye and went to Wisconsin.
It's Wyoming.
Yeah. Wyoming, whatever.
I really did. I put that in the song. I needed some space because I was tired of the noise.
Yeah.
Hey,
talk your shit.
You came back and you've been working hard, seriously on a project. What you been building up?
It's basically called What's the Groove, and this is gonna be my debut EP, just whole project of actual sound. Cause usually I just drop singles and drunken freestyles about
about real life situations. We didn't go put no names, just real life situations.
But yeah.
So what is the groove?
The groove is basically it's love in all aspects. I mean, self-love, just love to your partner, love to your mom and dad, all love, just all of what love is what the groove is. It's moving through that.
You said earlier that to get, you know what I'm saying, when you feel in the groove, you know what I'm saying, just like the vibe, the feeling, the emotion, you know what I'm saying, it's kind of, you got the love for something, like you feel like it's like a good love feeling.
Yeah,
so
like Easter or something. Because Easter really do be feeling like really good.
Easter.
Everything's bright colored. Winter's cool, cheery, but it's all cold.
Reese's has the egg, John's that they sell for 59 cents. Can't go wrong with them.
59 cents for
you
real.
fuck with them peeps?
Yeah.
Yeah,
I ain't never met nobody that fuck with the peeps, man.
For real?
That was that candy, like, we like, you want
you
this one?
That's like the candy corn for Halloween. That's just the shit that you get and you have it.
And I also fuck with candy corn.
Oh, man. You really.
Ladies and gentlemen, this has been episode of Point Proven.
We got cut short.
Yo, Wody, we gonna start from the very beginning, man. What's your upbringing? You know what I'm saying? Where you from, and you know what was life like coming up?
Life like for Cody O'Reilly Lynch. Basically, I grew up in a trailer park. You know, I was that white trailer trash. You know, but you know, it's not what you got, it's who you got. And I had my family and stuff. We made the best of what we had, and Kellogg and Greenwich.
Are you the oldest of all your siblings?
Nah, I got an older sister, Kylie Lynch. Shout out to the big OG. They're actually, my dad and my sister are in Hawaii right now.
That's dope.
So they're taking a little family break or whatever from the world. But
That's dope.
I got other siblings, 5 other siblings. And
Oh, so it's a big family then.
yeah, but
So a lot of fighting and everything.
Oh yeah, for sure. Yeah.
Heard.
Okay.
Already.
So when did you start the music?
Man, I couldn't wait for this question. But basically, I started music, like actually doing music. The funniest shit in the world was I was with Darius Sheely. That's one of my cool old friends. You remember when Soulja Boy came out with that song "Kiss Me" through the phone?
Yeah.
Oh Lord. Yeah.
That I don't remember ever rapping before that number was sent out. And me and Darius, we literally would rap to like beats to that voicemail. And we would leave like 16s or something like in there just rapping. And then that's kind of what started it, was that. And then after that, local gangster rap was pretty cool and popping to me. So that's what got me like started interested into rapping. But I took it serious when I heard Ransom by Drake and Lil Wayne. And
That's how you know you definitely talking to the younger generation.
Yeah, cause cause I never listened to rap until it was basically 5th grade. All the rest of the time I listened to rock, really.
Rock?
Yeah, hard rock, like Ozzy Osbourne, Metallica, Megadeth, Led Zeppelin, but they're not too hard. That's my favorite band. But yeah.
So with those being your earlier influences, what about rap just stuck out to you that much? That made you say, you know what, I'm going to be a rapper and then be a phenomenal rapper at that?
Because at first I didn't think I could sing. Like I thought I just had like that rapper voice. I didn't think I could hit notes. But yeah, that's what leads on to choir in 6th grade. And it was 6th grade at Brooks. I never fucked with band at Brooks, so I wanted to find like a substitute exploratory or whatever. So I went to choir with Cameron Ellis, and we basically was just bullshitting. I mean, I was there for the girls. There's a girl up there at the top. She was pretty bad, and I was really just chilling at first. I wasn't participating at all. And then Miss Poto, she just was like, you know, if you want a good grade, you know, you're gonna have to sing. And I started singing, and that's what really got me like started into like understanding music and actually like singing and finding out I actually had a voice. And then it kind of just went from there. Shit.
Dude.
That's dope. So you're not only an artist, supposedly, you know, you got some skills on the court.
Oh yeah.
Supposedly.
Oh yeah. They all know. Everybody watching this
Do they
knows.
really know?
No, they know. Everybody know.
All right.
If they don't know,
Now you know.
They gonna find out if they want to know.
Yeah.
But no, I'm cold or basketball.
He said. So he said. All right, so we're going to get into some interesting questions because, you know, me and you been kind of talking back and forth, and you know I got some interesting questions for you.
I'm ready for this.
Okay, so is the world round or flat?
It's definitely okay. So at first,
He got explanation for his opinion.
before I say anything, these are considerations, not beliefs. You can't believe something unless you learn it firsthand. So
Okay.
I consider it to be flat. Yeah.
Consider it to be flat.
Yeah.
Why is that?
I don't believe it, but I consider it. It's spiritual explanations and like some readings and YouTube. Y'all,
I want to talk about this off camera then. He said some spiritual explanations.
Yeah. Basically, man, it could get deep or it could get, you know. But nah.
Would you label yourself as a conspiracy theorist?
Nah, not really. I don't like look for like crazy shit, but like I ran into some certain things spiritually wise that hit me in the face and woke me up and shit. So after that, I was just interested in anything that involved that intuitively wise.
Yeah.
Like, if it sunk with my intuition and it felt right by like all means in my brain, logically, and by my heart and the way I feel towards it, you know, that's the stuff I lean towards, and that's what everybody should lean towards, in my opinion.
Yeah.
Like stuff that, you know, you for real, like you for real feel.
everybody should be open to learning something or hearing someone's point of view.
Yeah, never block nothing out. I mean, everybody has a certain like puzzle piece, even if it's kind of misguided and miscrewed or.
Well, I mean, see, like like you can flip that two ways though, cause like, all right, so a bullshitter can make anything sound good.
True.
Yeah, but
you gotta kind of watch sometimes.
But then you don't know it's bullshit unless you hear it the first time and you learn from it.
Yeah.
Unless you like just point blank, either way you heard it, so you had to learn. Like somebody told you this person's bullshit. So
Facts.
either way, you got to hear somebody out or something.
You gotta be open.
And you learn. And a lot of time, people they have to learn themselves. Like somebody can tell you about somebody off the rip, you know what I'm saying? Like, yo, don't trust this person, da 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 da. And then everything be good. And about 6 months into being cool, all of a sudden, bow, that other side shows. And you're like, oh shit.
Yeah, I dig that.
Should have known. I should have known.
Should have known.
yeah.
Okay. Wody, who controls your Twitter?
Myself. That's one thing I take definitely pride into. I don't have a team. I don't have a promotion team. It's just me and myself.
So Wody was influenced by the Kansas boys?
I wouldn't say.
I was the Kansas boys.
Boom! I knew this was gonna go.
Who's the Kansas
I
boys?
knew this was gonna go.
Hold on. I've heard of the Swagger boys. Shout out my Swagger boys.
Go.
Niggas 151.
Okay.
The Kansas boys.
Okay, so the Kansas boys are local. Like they were like for real. They didn't influence me, but like I have a respect for them because they were doing music videos when like we was in middle school. Bro. In middle school.
I have heard this shit. Hold on. When did this come out? 2011? I have heard this.
It's really not bad, for real.
It's not bad because as soon as I heard it, it's like, all right. Yeah, but you got. You was influenced by Kansas boys.
No, I wasn't influenced, but
He
like,
said on Twitter.
I mean,
that
2011. Like
Yeah.
they was doing it like well before a lot of people. Like
Facts.
the wave just
Facts.
kind of started when Hit Kings finally started showing love and doing.
Shout out
his
Hit
thing.
King.
Big shout out to Hit King. That's when a lot of videos started coming out. Everyone was like, video, visuals, and but I mean, as you can see, and they didn't have like a bad song. Like
That's a fact.
people just kind of hated on because it was like a Disney Channel like vibe, but Disney Channel's popping, so you can't.
And at the same time, they looked like they were pretty young at the time.
They
so,
were.
You have to approach your demographic.
I'm pretty sure they're 2 years younger than me. I forgot his name, but he's probably.
We gotta bring them in. We gotta bring them in.
Yeah.
So are they gonna have a feature on the Groove?
No, no one besides possibly B13 is gonna be on What's the Group. I really don't do features like that, y'all. I'm gonna put that out there.
Okay, so go ahead and plug
Kansas
B13.
boys.
Go ahead and plug your boy B13.
I mean B13. That's Ryan Clemens, aka Clemoso. That's a cool cat for real. I mean that's a real cool dude.
I gotta come up with some nicknames. Damn, Clemoso. All right, so I could almost say you're like a pastor or a prophet because you know your importance and you know that you have a passion, but you often fight it. You often fight the truth of your message and what you have. Mm-hmm. So, what are some of the hardships and what is do you feel like you're battling yourself or do you feel like you just don't want to do it sometimes?
Like I always love doing music. Like I can sit in a basement like we are right now by myself and just rap freestyle, smoke a little some, drink a little some, and just chill by my lonesome. But like the thing is I feel like sometimes I don't know enough to give out that type of message, like change people's perspective on like the negative aspect of life and try to change it to a brighter side. Sometimes I don't feel like I have enough like intelligence to get that message across to people, and that's what intimidates me from dropping music, because I want to be able to provide a message, something that somebody can grasp onto, somebody that it can change somebody's life. That's all that music is about to me, is changing somebody else's perspective by giving your own. And
who are two artists who have changed your perspective?
Kendrick Lamar
Hey.
and Kendrick Lamar.
Hey. The GOAT.
Well, Kendrick Lamar, I say he fathered me in a way through his music, because I didn't really have a major father figure on some like real like morals of life type stuff and like really positive thinking and different aspects of life. And Kendrick, I listen to that dude for a minute. That's for real my biggest influence.
What's your favorite Kendrick album?
Most definitely To Pimp a Butterfly.
To Pimp a Butterfly. Okay. I like that answer.
Say fuck with me.
Yeah.
I'm no killer. I'm just your average Joe.
Know that.
Okay. Well, kind of vibing off of what we were talking about. I was having a conversation with an artist before, and I told them straight up, don't hide the passion. Don't hide, stuff that's going on in regular life. Express that shit. And me and Four Times say all the time that the most creative people are always the ones that go through, the hardest times, or they battle depression. Could you attest to that as far as an artist, or can you relate to that as far as seeing it from your peers?
I can. It's a touchy subject. I've dealt with depression, but the way my perception is bent things, I don't know. I don't look at depression too much. Like, it hits me some days. Like that week I told you I wasn't gonna drop. I was like taking a break from What's the Groove. Like, it was like a weird funk, like a cloud that just came over me, and I didn't have any ambition to do a lot. Like, I was at the ranch not doing nothing, just felt like blah. And I feel like you should talk about it, because people do go through that, and so you can show people that nobody's alone. But all that stuff really is getting cliche. But
I mean, it's cliche, but now it might be at a time where it's needed now more than ever.
Yeah, because it's more stuff I feel like in my considerations that's going on that's making people think kind of crazy, but not too crazy, because what's really out there is kind of crazy in a way, in a sense, like spiritually and stuff, and what really the Bible and stuff is about, like, and how it should be perceived is in a sense crazy, because it's almost,
it contradicts itself.
Yeah, in a way. So, I mean, people are in the age of awakening, like, as a conscious and a whole, as all of us.
The information era.
Yeah, like that. They said that it's Aquarius. That's what age we're in. Some of the subject, some of the time.
Yeah.
But yeah, like, people are like waking up and they're starting to think deeper. So that's scaring them in a way. So I guess you can like help people through it, because I believe everybody's going through it. So when like you say like I feel like a prophet or priest, I'm humble, because I don't feel like I am the only one. I guess I feel like everybody is, like, in their own sense.
Not the only one, but not everybody knows how to channel all of those thoughts and those emotions, and learn how to project those in a clear way into music. And especially with the vibe that you're carrying with your music, that has a very great vibe.
Yeah, bro. Because you literally had 1 minute we were like hearing you like lyrically, and you were upset, like, you know what I mean, and like you could tap that. Like, I know it probably took a couple drinks and everything like that, but you eventually tapped that, and then you played something, and it's just like,
You got to be able to switch it up. You got to be able to switch it up, because people are battling depression, and like sometimes we want to address it, but at the other time, sometimes I just want to put that shit on the back burner, and I want to have a good time.
But then people don't get just being down or upset mixed up with depression. Because depression is some real shit. And I do believe that people really do battle that. I mean,
how do you mark the difference between the two, though? Being upset and down versus depression. Is it like a timeline for depression? Like if you're sad for over a month, then it translate into
I feel like that
depression.
That is what
see, I can't personally tell somebody, you know what I'm saying, like, yo, you don't battle depression, or you know what I'm saying. I can't personally say that, but I've seen someone that, you know what I'm saying, is more fortunate than someone, and they have their ups and downs and their days or whatever, you know what I'm saying, but they still, at the end of the day, you know what I'm saying, they have a smile. But then I've also seen people to the point where they're at a breaking point and they have to go get help.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And there's a difference in this, but it's a difference, but it's also a thin line, because people really do battle things, and this goes on from like generations, because think about it, there's so many generations before us that have battled so many different things. Like, you know what I'm saying, like, I don't know your back history, you know what I'm saying, but I know ancestors on ancestors, like, shit's affected us.
Yeah.
Like, we've probably seen things that we ain't supposed to see.
Yeah.
Like, I went to therapy before. And my therapist asked me one day, she's like, have you seen a gun get shot off before? And I said, yeah. And she said, was it at a gun range? I said, no. She said, well, then how did it affect you? And you don't really think about how shit affects you until you really have to sit there and think about it. So, like, when you say to yourself, like, yo, sometimes I can sit in a basement, you know what I'm saying? I can drink something or do something, you know what I'm saying? And just freestyle vibe yourself. When you have those moments and sometimes you think about the shit that you've been through, you're really shocked at how much shit has really affected you.
Yeah.
Which leads into my next question. What's your take on therapy? Do you feel like therapy is something that, you know, people should stay, you know, consistent with or give a chance to? Or are you one of those that you can, like, handle your own demons, you know, yourself?
I mean, I believe in therapy. I did therapy for a little bit for anger. I had anger management problems, I guess. That's what they described it. I just said it was a fluctuation of emotions. But I believe in it in a sense because, honestly, it went in one ear and out the other for me. And then I had to just get my ass whooped. I mean, shout out to my dad. You had to go through that type of to get your mind right. For me, I think it's
take an L in order to learn.
Yeah, like
That's a fact.
And mentally, you gotta have someone there to stay on your ass. Like you gotta, I don't know. This
Niggas need their daddies, man.
Yeah. You just need a strong figure that knows a logical sense of what's going on and has been through it. And me and Pops has been through it, so shit.
Shout out Pops. And the relationship's cool and everything.
I don't really talk to him, but yeah.
Okay.
I mean, it's all love always. Family too.
You don't seem like the type of person that really has beef
grudges,
with anybody or grudges, holds grudges like that.
No, I really never ran into it like a solid grudge. Like everything is just one day bad, and then the next day it just simmers down. And I'm usually upfront with this stuff, so I'll communicate and I'll let people know I ain't trying to lose you in my life. You know, you a solid person. And, you know, it's just a bump in the road, but shoot.
It's all love with everybody.
Yeah, it's gotta be love. You always gotta show love.
See, it's all love.
You gotta master the concept of it is what it is.
Yeah. You gotta accept people and things for what they are and love them for what they are. You know,
and what they can bring to the table.
People battle that tough now because XXX Tentacion just passed away.
Yeah.
And
rest in peace, man.
He had his demons. You know what I mean? Like, he had his own personal issues, but it seemed like he was going on the right path, you know, closer to the end of his life. But you are just surprised at how many people are like, oh, karma's a bitch and all types of shit. Some people want to give their roses when it's too late, and then it's just like other people will just spit on your grave. Like, it's nothing.
See, we in that age where everything is publicized now, so it's sad to read the comments and hearing people say, "Oh, he deserved it. I hope he burned in hell," and all of that other good stuff. Like, come on, man. How can you really wish death on somebody for some shit that you have absolutely no idea about? And you don't know what happened in this situation or anything.
Yeah, and who are you to judge?
Exactly.
You're not the creator. At the end of the day, we all the creators, offspring. You know, it's hard to pick between a murderer and a thief. You know, regardless, you got love for everybody. So, I mean, at the end of the day, you could do the worst you could do, but if there's resentment and regret and you are changing, I didn't follow X like that, but I seen previous stuff after he passed away of his message and stuff he was trying to give, and it was it's crazy to see some people go like that, but that stuff I don't personify it that it was X. That stuff happens to homies here. So
and it's crazy right now.
Yeah,
it's
wild. It is wild.
Crazy
That's one thing I wanted to point out. The city go crazy about these celebs, but there's so many kids that we all know have passed away from gun violence, and that shit ain't cool.
Not at all.
It's weird out here, bro.
Man, I was having a conversation with my bro, shout out Boss, and, you know, he was having a conversation with a friend of his trying to steer him, you know what I'm saying, in the right direction. And it's just it's sad at the point where, you know what I'm saying, it was just a shooting right by my house. to earlier today and during the day.
Yep.
You know, praise God, my wife, you know, wasn't there at the time, you know what I'm saying? But it was literally right across the street.
Mm-hmm.
And somebody got shot during the day.
Yeah.
Broad daylight.
It's hot out here, man.
The city got to cool off. Cause I know like, I know it gets crazy during the summer because you know when the sun go up and it gets hot, people want to be stupid.
And especially in July. In the beginning of July, you can never tell the difference in gunshots and firecrackers.
But three people get killed in one night.
What, last Saturday?
Yeah.
That was on Saturday? Yeah, man, that shit was very sad, bro. That shit was very sad.
That basically, like, it's another big influence on why I do music for others. Like, I drop it so other people can hear it. Like I said, I could do it by myself. Enjoy it all day long. I love just singing and freestyling to myself. But the music is what has influenced what we see in the streets now. They're manifesting what it is. Like, they're putting it into fruition just by speaking of it, getting it into people's heads. Like, we weren't that violent, our generation, like, but young kids, like, it's the young kids, like, 3 years younger.
See, like, and I'm not going to discredit
Our generation
you.
was the last generation to fight.
Yeah. At skaties.
I don't know, cause my generation been shooting.
I'll say this.
You know what I'm saying? Like, I grew up in Atlanta.
Growing up, we were fighting. I'm talking elementary, middle school.
Mm-hmm.
Once high school popped off, all of a sudden it was a whole different game.
Because the music.
I mean, all right, so, like, I was about to say this. So, like, I'm not going to discredit you because I believe that it's the music, but I also believe it's the video games and the TV.
Yeah.
If you pay attention to, like, let's just say shit like Power and The Walking Dead and, you know, like, it just seems like, when you watch shit on TV and when you play games, it, like, number one, it draws a line between, like, reality and fiction. It's like, you know, like, it blurs those lines. It blurs those lines. Number two, it seems like there's, like, no repercussion for your actions. Yeah. So, like, if I'm watching this shit on TV, I'm hearing it in the music, then I'm going to go out
in the alley and old dude shoot him dead or whatever in the middle of the alley, then all of a sudden he can look at the body, have enough time, you hear the sirens and shit in the background, all of a sudden he walk off and
get away. Like, you know, like, it's a smooth getaway, man. It's a smooth getaway.
At the same time, you playing video games and you basically, most people I know nowadays aren't listening to the game. They shooting and doing all that while listening to some fucking 21.
See, because it goes hand in hand. It goes hand in hand.
So you're not a fan of trap music?
I am, but just not the message. Like, the sounds and stuff is cool. Like, Zayto's.
You like the vibes.
Yeah, like, that stuff is cool. Like, flowing with the beat. Like, how Migos be popping and bouncing with the beat.
Yeah.
And that stuff's cool, but it's the message behind it. That's why I just study so hard on my message and make sure it's clear and focused on the righteous path, because most of that's bullshit. Most of that's talking about lusting. Most of that's talking about over drug use. Most of that's talking about killing people. It's getting into people's heads, and that's the stuff that's messing with people. It's like a war to me. It's like a ignorant, don't care like what type of influence you got, and then it's like the people who know the influence and know how super of a drug music is, and it's just clashing. And really the ignorant ones, it's just more easy to listen to. Like, it's fun. Like, a lot of people say that nowadays. It's fun to listen to. You listen to J. Cole, that shit's boring. But that's because it takes your mind to think deep onto what that bar even was articulated to mean. And then just look at all of the foreshadowing and everything, how it all comes back around. And not a lot of people can sit down and listen to a J. Cole, Kendrick Lamar album because they can't think on that frequency. It's literally
going
a frequency.
right over it.
And it gets boring to them because they don't know what he meant by that metaphor, and it just... But a lot of people know my gun big, it can shoot you in the head, like, just basic stuff, like, you will
pull
understand
up with
it.
the Draco and the Uzi, I'm gonna shoot.
Yeah.
That's
I think it's super cliche.
That's a fact. That's a fact, dog. I'm not going to disagree with anything that you're saying.
My gun can be an instrument. I'll blow you like a flute.
No, okay.
Dang!
Don't say that shit. Don't say that shit. All right, so that's another bar that we need to get. Nah. Get that bar out of
here. We have like set up, like, we want to eventually do, like, go through a bunch of songs and shit of, like, questionable bars. Okay. And we're like, yo, Hold on, what were you trying to say about this shit?
Like the gay moments and shit.
Like
a definite pause on
no.
What did Biggie say?
I'm not even gonna repeat that. I'm not even gonna repeat that. Don't say that shit in my house, man. That shit gets no play in here, man.
Yo.
That John, when they compare a woman being bad as Michael Jackson, I mean, I understand the reference or whatever.
That's
he got the
corny
bad,
and done.
but like, nah, man. Like,
That's corny
she
and
bald
done.
like Mike. Nah, man. Get that out of here. That's
I don't like
possible.
reused bars. Like,
Yeah.
I don't like the corny bars, and I don't like what's a bar that just be used a lot.
If
25 light
if
on,
I hear
dress up.
if I
Yes,
hear the
sir.
John Cena, you can't see me shit.
You can't
one
see me
more
like I'm
time.
Cena.
Bro, no, there's one that like hella people use.
Bro, it's too many.
Man, what's the one? I'm not even gonna sit here and think about it.
But then people are taken away from creativity. They're not being able to open up their own mind and create something.
Yeah.
But then like what we were talking about, like some of the trap music, like the influence and how it's so easy to talk about guns and shit. That's also how young kids get a hold of guns that they ain't got no business holding. Like
just wanna be part of
there are kids out here that can hold a gun. You know what I'm saying? There are people out here that can hold a gun, that are meant to be able to shoot a gun, and then there's motherfuckers out here that they don't. You know what I'm saying? Like say for instance, if something go on, that's the last one that I want to have to shoot that shot.
Yeah.
Like that's how you get those kids in this situation, and then all of a sudden they think they big and bad, go try and do something with their boys, and those are the ones that get killed.
Yeah, and that's happening a lot in the city.
We gotta stop Wichita because it's getting out of hand.
Yeah.
It's completely getting out of hand.
I can't even. That's what's crazy is I could sit here. And I was about to say rest in peace to one of them that I knew, but I lost count in my head right now, like other ones that I know. So just rest in peace, all y'all. Like, it's crazy.
That's sad to hear, bro, because you're young.
Yeah,
You're young.
and they're younger than me. Most of the ones, like the first four that came to my mind, they're all younger than me. Like 3 years younger than me.
Man.
And that's what I'm saying. That's that musical influence.
Yeah, that's heavy.
That's that brains on the couch. Just all that weird stuff.
I do feel you on that, but I can't talk shit because as soon as you said brain of bounce, I thought of the 80 Coley bar. So
That nigga hard.
I couldn't
That nigga hard.
like. I mean, you know, I have my moments, but I do agree with you as far as we have to watch what we're saying as far as in the music because these kids are listening.
And
And
they think it's cool. That starts out on the low note, and then once they think it's cool, they listen to it. What you know about that? You ain't living that type of life. Bam, right then and there. Boom. I'm gonna live that life.
Live that life, so then can't nobody ever tell me that again.
And I can listen to the music that I like, but it's just it doesn't seem too much of a task to take over the, like I like to say, frequency.
Mm-hmm.
Basically to get it back to a positive manner and get people back on just, loving each other. We all here, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
We all believe red.
And it's tough because I can't truthfully sit here and say like I know how to stop it. Or, you know what I mean?
Truthfully, I ain't gonna hold you, bro. I don't think that there is a way to stop it.
But the only thing is,
There's always gonna be.
this is the problem.
It's the agenda.
This is the problem. It takes more than one.
Yeah, and we have a few, on like big platforms right now, like as big as Kendrick's voice is, as big as J. Cole's voice is, as big as Logic voice is,
Logic.
none of he has a big platform. I don't like him as an artist, but he has a big
He said
platform.
Logic because you white.
No, see, like I was gonna ask you that question anyway, so that's for like a few minutes down the line, but like as big as these artists are, their platforms,
Where the black is?
it's like they will never be able to shut this shit down because as long as the money is being pushed behind the ignorant shit,
We not getting signed to Rock Nation.
we can sign the Rock Nation. That's the end goal.
That
We can sign the Rock
Logic
Nation.
line gonna hold us back for life.
Man, Logic used to be hard.
Logic is still hard. Logic is nice.
Every day, yeah, that's the motherfucker y'all talking about.
Logic is nice, man.
I
I don't
don't-
listen to him. But
Y'all,
he nice.
like, listen, I can go back to a couple old Logic mixtapes or albums or whatever and say, yo, that
Yeah,
was hard. What was the one called?
Yeah, I would never be able
What's
to
the
have
one?
this
It just
conversation.
turned a couple days old or whatever. It was the one. It was kind of like a. It wasn't just a picture. It was kind of like a picture. Damn, I said it ain't a picture. It's a picture.
Yeah,
I'm
this guy.
stupid. Torino or something or
Bobby Tarantino or something like
that.
Bobby Tarantino.
That one, Bobby
Tarantino.
Tarantino.
Yeah.
That one was cool. That one was cool. And if I go back, I bet you he has some good shit. But the last shit that he did, and then that suicide shit after I heard the Jordan Lucas story, I'm over
You know
it.
what though? Like a lot of artists, like they get weaker over time.
Yeah.
And I think that Logic is one of those artists.
There's only been a few that's been able to be consistent.
J. Cole is somebody I can say he has honestly evolved because I listened to the Sideline story a few days ago and I'm listening to it and I'm like, I'm skipping damn near everything. I used to play that album front to back, no skips. Now I'm just like, nigga, turn on KOD. Turn on 2014, because this on whack right now. Huh?
I haven't. Like I have never really listened to J. Cole like that, but
No?
Forest Hill Drive most definitely.
Forest Hill Drive.
Forest Hill Drive is that shit.
Forest Hill Drive is J. Cole's classic that you probably that people are gonna say.
Yeah.
Yeah, that one go back.
KOD, the sound was nice though. I haven't really listened to like anybody recently, like any of the Kanye, none of the Drake. I haven't listened
So the whole month of June meant absolutely nothing to you.
I mean, yeah.
I mean, because we had some bangers coming out in
You
June.
got a Nas album.
Yeah.
You got a Kanye album.
You got the Kid Cudi and Cotton.
You got
Man,
the Kid Rock, the Kid
Rock.
Cudi.
And I miss Kid Rock.
Facts.
I was really paying attention to my sound for the past 2 months.
Dope.
Like really just focused up.
Well, it's been paying off
Yeah.
because from what we heard, it sounded good.
Man, I practiced the groove for a minute.
Do you catch people biting your sound?
I don't want to talk about that. No, I'm just playing.
I was gonna say I don't. So you don't want to talk about.
No, I do in a certain way. I do feel it, but I don't. It's not a big thing to me. Like I don't like it. I mean, I don't not like it. I like it a lot because I influence them to just be themselves. I guess like not really, just come out and do like something like that. Like not anybody's really biting my sound. Like that flow is my flow. You gonna know if somebody is, and it's gonna be hard for them too because I write in a different manner.
Yeah.
But I'm just happy that I influenced the person. You know, I'm glad that I got the person the confidence to, you know, actually record a song and put it out there in public. Like that's how I see it. It's really cool to me. Like not yet, nobody has bitten my stuff yet, but
Man, they gonna be biting this shit on your next EP.
yeah.
And I can't wait to hear what the album and shit's gonna sound like too because boy,
It's some heat.
but it's
some
crazy
heat
though
rocking the
because
tux.
I can understand because you've been waiting to
Yeah.
do this. Like it's been a process.
Ask anybody around me, anybody for the past 2 years. They know City Slackers and they know What's the Groove. They've been known about it. Like I haven't been writing it, but I've been like dropping singles and stuff to see where my voice and sound was at, and came down to it. I was like, you know, I could probably write an EP in about 2 months, and I've been worked on the City Slacker sound, that little cool thought process, like jazzy. I don't even know. I just say Al Capone, jazzy, cool, Prohibition,
Frank Sinatra.
Yeah, just smooth shit.
I like it. What's your favorite aspect of being an artist thus far?
Man, just knowing you created something like you know, like I don't bite nobody. I really, like I said, I don't listen to a lot of people's music like that until later on, but it's just it's cool to just influence people and just know that you're helping people think better, because that's what I was going back onto what you said, biting. Like I don't care if somebody started flowing like me, I will, but I want people to bite my mentality. I want people to think on that positive manner and understand that love is something that's going to help you way more than any other feeling that you could ever like feel. Like it's just, I want people to bite that for sure. Like I want to see the transition lyrically, like of what people talk about. And I feel like that's what I'm going to do, because I get a lot of love, a lot of people from all different types of like areas, you know, like it'll be a hooper, baseball player, golf player, you know, I don't know how to really describe them. I don't want to like do that, but everybody listens to my stuff. Like old people, I can play it for anybody. They'll be like, "This is some good stuff."
And that's where you stand out, and that's a good thing. That's always good when you can play your shit in front of the older people. You know what I'm saying, and they vibe to it too. Yeah, that's a major plus.
Yeah.
This is gonna be a tough question. If you could pick one person in history that you could say you might be the reincarnation, or you were that person in your past life, who would that person be?
I would have to say my grandpa, my great grandpa.
Your great grandpa.
Yeah.
Did you have a relationship with him, or did you just?
Nah, he was already passed away. That's what makes it even cooler. Not in that sense, but I mean, he was already passed away, and I was born later on in the family gene. But I feel like, I don't know, I'm my own person, but a lot of people live through me. A lot of people in my family, because I got a deep music history, and I can kind of hear it in a way. And my confidence and my intuition is definitely built off of that, because I don't know, my family been pretty busy with the music.
So you say you usually don't do features, but in the future, are you gonna be doing any features? Because you know you're moving right now.
I'm gonna try.
You gotta link up with some artists out here, man.
Yeah, once this project comes out, people are gonna start, hitting you up.
Yeah, people hit me up after a lot of those snippets, and I don't know. To me, it's just iffy, cause
it's gotta be the right person.
Yeah, and B13 my boy, Shaw Single my boy, Kobe my boy. It's a lot of people that are my boys, but like I understand and I respect the different sounds. So like me and an artist, a trap artist, we wouldn't really mingle with a sound, because I'm on some movie stuff. You know, so
Definitely.
I'll be interested in it, but I'd have to kind of wonder what type of pay we're gonna get off of this, and like what kind of the copyright, how we're gonna do all that, how we're gonna get all the royalties back. Like, it's more professional for me. I'm not gonna be out here just because a lot of people are just gonna be dropping it on SoundCloud or something, and I don't bullshit with the verses. Like I'm gonna write a good verse, and it's gonna take me about a week to write a good verse and solidize it for you. That's a whole, I would say, a good 28 hours of just chilling on this verse and trying to make it the best it could be for you. So at the end of the day, I don't want to like send it out for free. Like, I really do work on my stuff. It's not no freestyle no more, hop, skip, and a jump. We got to hit, like, oh, hype your homies up. Nah, it's serious. Write it. Even if it's done in a day, sit on that beat for like a week and make sure it's crystallized like a Krispy Kreme donut.
Okay.
It's too clean. Man, but I said that because I for real, like, there's a certain artist that stands out that I know for a fact you two would do great.
Locally?
Locally. And I'm just going to say the name, Maurice Anthony.
Bruh.
If Wody and Maurice Anthony got together and
On a Maurice
track,
or not what's his name? Extra Tony? With the Extra Tony production?
Dude,
yeah.
it would be crazy. Yeah. Like, I'm going to put you on later on in a little bit, but I really think y'all two together, oh my God, like it would be beautiful. But what's next for you, Wody? Because I mean, I know you're probably gonna leave in the next couple of days and go back out, you know what I'm saying, to Wyoming, and you know what I'm saying,
back on your Kanye,
get back on your shit and kind of like rethink, life and everything.
My biggest plan, it's gonna be a lot of changes when I go back. I'm actually gonna go fully vegan. That's basically what my trial and tribulations was when I said I didn't know if I wanted to drop the EP yet or any other music, because I wanted to spiritually awaken myself, and to do that, you gotta
take it there.
Yeah, the biggest step is fasting, and you gotta water fast for 21 days. Now I can do it. I have a background to where I'm used to not eating food like that, so 21 days of just straight water fasting is an ideal thing that I want to do. I might not be able to, might have to eat some wheats and stuff between them, but I'm cleaning out my third eye. That's like my biggest thing.
Decalcify.
Yeah, yes, exactly. And
you gotta change up that toothpaste too, man. That's important.
Yeah, you gotta change up everything. I mean, it's just gonna be straight purified water through a filter. Everything else is BS. Like Ozark is the closest I found out, or purified water right there, like the Kroger brands. Them is usually the clear stuff, but just clear up my whole body and spiritually awaken myself so I can be intelligent enough to send a message and
This is gonna be a
and be
dope ass
better.
album.
Yeah, City Slackers is gonna cause I wanted to put myself on basically with the EP. Like people gonna be like, okay, he got a different type of sound.
Mm-hmm.
City of Slackers ain't as bouncy. It's a more fall sound. That's why it's gonna come in November. But it's that jazz man, city cool shit, like that cool cat alleyway. I don't even know, man. I just smoking a fat one just in your car late at night type cool shit. Like
You are very quick to like just cruise through the city.
oh yeah, everybody know me.
Because I've seen like
Everybody
you
know
like
me.
going like downtown, just like doing on a nice walk, like getting some crazy photos of like just how beautiful Wichita really is.
That's what I mean. That's why I don't say I'm just a rapper. I wanted to basically this is my biggest goal when it came to being an artist. It wasn't just the rap side. I always knew I had rap in the palm of my hand. That's me and Shalaka, Shah Samo, we freestyled at parties. Everybody know we brought the flames. Like couldn't nobody fuck with us at the end of the day. On some not cocky confident. Like everybody know we was on that fire shit. But like I noticed that I was getting that attention on Twitter. Like I noticed that I was getting like retweets. My first like month on Twitter, I got like a 500 favorite retweet, and like people, like they were thirsty for that, you know. So like, I wanted to basically do art in all aspects: photography, sketch, and expose that on my end, and get a lot of people to notice that there's talent in the city, you know. And then at the end of the day, for other people who are on that same site, social media, Facebook, anything, they see that love that I'm getting. Hopefully, don't get jealous, but it pushes them to grind harder, and it gets those diamonds out the rough in the city to where it's a big platform now. Like there's everybody shining, you know. Like that's basically what I wanted to do: touch art in all aspects, and everybody in all those aspects grind hard and shine. You know, like it's not about the retweets or favorites, but it does feel good when random people you don't even know, like in Seattle, liked your wording or your photography, and that's what basically I was trying to do.
That's real.
I'm trying, man. That's what you're doing.
Are we gonna get any Wody music videos?
I want to do some, and that's another trials and tribulations you do when you try to work with like people you fuck with, like on a friend basis. Like I got a whole bunch of people like that are my friends, and they know me by my first name, and they do music videos, and it's hard to decide because a lot of people do take it personally. Like if I say no, I don't want to do it with you, but at the end of the day, people need to know like my bars are gonna be professional, the beats are gonna be professional, the vision's gotta be professional. So like,
and your music, you can't fuck up a Wody video. Like it has to be done right because it's not just me and the homies in front of the car. Mm-hmm. It's not just, you know what I'm saying.
We got to get that out of here too, man.
Yeah,
we got to get that out of here.
Lyrically, you have to have a story. Mm-hmm. Like he's that artist, he has to make a story for his video, and it can't just be anybody.
I mean, I feel like all these visuals need stories, even if even if the song doesn't have a story to itself, the video still has to make up for that.
Yeah,
still has to make up for that. Because like if you're not telling some form of a story, then why are you an artist?
I agree.
Why are you even making this song? Or why are you even making this video?
For their money.
Well, yeah. Facts.
That's all people do it for.
Man,
what majority of people?
I just know like I agree with you 100%. I'm just saying like his music is so like. It's so deep, you know what I mean, that it has to have the right video. It can't just be just anything thrown together. So I can't wait to see like what songs he chooses to make a video for and what songs he decides, you know what I'm saying, this is the one we're going to take.
Yeah, I'm ready to see the storylines.
Because we taking a song to the station.
Oh yeah, that last one? Oh yeah, definitely
that shit wasn't even mastered.
Definitely that.
That shit wasn't even mixed. Shh.
Yeah, I'm gonna have. I was gonna do a video for Jazz Man. That was gonna be a clean one, but that's basically what helps me write my music is like
visualizing them.
Yeah, you visualize what your video is gonna be. Mm-hmm. So cause I want to be able to be on the video and like say something and that happens in the background or something.
Exactly.
Like, instead of like you said, just sitting in front of your car or something like. I don't know. I want people to see, like, if I say I'm wearing Vans, on the slightest of notes, I want a good shot of me wearing Vans. Like, if I say I'm wearing, like, a polo or something, because I like to wear long sleeve polos, like, I want to show that. You know, if I'm saying I'm smoking a fat Dutch, like, on my BMX, I want a shot, like, I want an exact shot
With
of
the
that.
pegs on the shit.
So let me ask you this: when you say that you were gonna be fasting just to water diet for 21 days, you gonna cut out smoking too?
Yeah, I can't. I don't smoke at the ranch. My Lena don't play that.
Oh, okay. Shout out to that.
Yeah, she. It's not even. It's like a good decision too for me because carcinogenics they don't do no good for you. Like, if I wanted to keep doing marijuana, I'll eat it. But from now on, like, until November when I go back on, I'm leaving next Monday actually because I got a little extended stay. But yeah, I'm not gonna be doing nothing. No meat, no nothing, bro.
Man, look, I wish you the best of luck, dog. I want to do it so bad, dog.
I just want to.
I just can't say no to burgers, man.
It's basically it's like it's a term called sacral secretion, and like that's what I'm eventually trying to do is sacral secrete my chrism and rise it back to my pineal gland. Once it's clean enough to hold it, you can basically wake up even more. Like you know, we feel woke up. You know what I'm saying? We feel woke. We aware.
But we're not there quite.
Yeah, there's so much like there's so much noises we don't hear. There's so much colors we don't see. And like,
Do you think that? All right, so let me ask you this: do you think when you're on something like acid or mushrooms that you're seeing the world for what it really is?
Yeah.
Or like is your mind playing tricks on you?
No, I believe because that's another thing that influenced a lot of my deep thinking was acid and shroom psychedelics and.
Psychedelics.
I mean, basically, I do believe in a way that is a sense of like, just heaven in a way. Like when you're in all bliss, because you don't really. It's however which way you want to go. You want to go to heaven, think positive. You want to go to hell, think negative.
Yeah.
And you'll go to whichever yin yang you want to go to.
Yeah,
That's true because I always hear whatever mindset state you're in at that time, it's gonna multiple.
that's why I said if I were to do it, dog, I had to have some good people around me. I had to have my.
You gotta
men
have
around
your people around.
Yeah.
You. Like you gotta have your boys. Like for real.
Yeah.
So by the end of the year, we need a Wody video. We need Wody merch.
Oh yeah, I want to get that.
And I want to document a Wody acid trip.
But
That's just gonna be lit.
And we need
that's lit, 'cause
a
I
couple.
do.
We need a few shows from Wody too, because I know you being so chill and laid back. I know once you get on stage.
no, I do.
Hey, I want you to come to Tulsa with me, man.
I be
He's in Oklahoma.
Like, exactly.
I want to admit that I do have like social anxiety sometimes, like, and that's what holds me back from going to events. Like, I would have went to Langina or I can't remember. Landingero.
It took me a while to get it until I realized that it's original backwards.
Oh, that's dope. Okay.
So now when you hear it,
Yeah,
you're
man,
like,
shout out
I
Trey
can say
B,
it better.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, like I do have social, like it's like the thought of getting there and like it's not it's just like everybody bombard me like Wody, like trying to be my homeboy. I hate fake love, and I'll say that again. I hate fake love. I hate that temporary you at my show because Shorty's at my show, you know, and you got to show me that little 15-minute love, but you know your main objective is that Shorty. Like, if you come to a show, if you come to an event and it's like somebody's, you know, be
you gotta
there
be here for the vibes.
You know, be there for that event. And like, but yeah.
This guy.
But you ain't gotta explain shit to me because
We already saw, man. I'm the same way. Man.
I'm the one, bro. We went to the club and we were there to get footage, and that was it.
I'm trying to be in and
Dog,
out, dog. I love everybody there, dog. I
DJ
support.
booth, I paid $30 to get in, not just me.
Not doing that shit no more, bro. Standing in line, all bumped up.
Man, we got in there, and I asked 4 times. I said, "Nigga, you ready to go home?"
Bro, I've been
like,
ready.
That shit, man.
Yeah,
like,
bro.
I'm good. I'm the type I can sit at home. Like, I don't mind having like people come, you know, say chill with me. You know, what I'm saying I have my.
You just gotta be around the real ones, man.
Exactly.
You can't afford all of that fake energy.
I've lived enough life and been through enough that I know who my real ones, you know what I'm saying, who the real ones is and who I'm, you know, sticking with. So
Shit, dog, like you said, man, like it's hot out here right now, dog. So these niggas will turn on you in a heartbeat.
ain't nobody coming to Point Proof because they just heard Rello antisocial and shit.
But no,
They are
I'm
no
a good
foe
guy,
until
man.
social.
on stage it definitely is different though. Like I get anxiety until I'm on stage. When I like first couple shows like Locals Only, shout out to Stilo, shout out to all the OGs in my opinion. Basically, I got on stage and it was just like
Yeah, you get that first word out, everything Gucci.
it's just once you get on stage like and your song is playing, bruh,
As soon
and
as you hear
like
the
people
beat.
react like yeah, it's just like you lost in your own land. Like
Yeah.
that song goes in like 2 seconds.
You hear that beat, you look over at the DJ, you see the DJ got shit going, they look at you look over at that crowd.
You see the shorties. All the shorties.
He gonna put the emphasis on the shorties.
Man, we gonna have to keep an eye on Wody. Wody gonna fuck around and have about 6 or 7 kids on the way by the end of the year.
He jinxed me, so that's fine with me.
Man, they gonna love the fact that he going vegan and shit. Oh, Wody all healthy and shit now.
He's stupid.
Man.
But man, I can't wait to see what you got coming, bro. I support you 100%.
Oh,
I'm
fuck.
kind of hurt at the fact that when you said shit was going down with the studio, you didn't call me and be like, you know anything, because we would have came right over here and would have made shit work. But I just can't wait to see what you got in store. I love where your mind is. Just continue to stay on that path. Don't let anybody, stay in your way. Just continue to better yourself, bro. And man, shit, I can't wait for your project to drop. That's
Both
just
of
gonna
them.
be crazy.
Yeah.
The
EP's
Groove
gonna
and
be
City of
crazy.
Slackers, man.
Man, that's just gonna be crazy.
I've been anticipating him to send me the email like out of nowhere, like be like, oh shit, I got the email for the other songs. I'll just show you.
Man,
It's
so
gonna-
he need to
it's
hurry up
gonna
and
go.
send them,
And when
man.
it happens, bro, man, we got you 100%. So I'm glad that we got you in, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, but it was long
before
overdue,
dropped.
too.
It was long overdue.
No, I've been anticipating this for a while. Like I would sit out there scooping horse poop, like thinking of questions y'all.
It wasn't that bad, huh?
Yeah.
No, man, it's all good energy, man. It's all good energy.
Well,
All right, so let me ask you this real quick, because I asked this to everybody, man.
He's
Yeah,
on it.
yeah, because I already knew you was going to forget. All right, so I like where your head is, dog. For you to be so young, it sounds like you're, like, very in tune with yourself and your surrounding. Musically, what is some advice that you can give to up-and-coming artists?
Promote yourself. Like, don't sit around and just think you could drop something randomly and just think like you supposed to get love and all this fancy stuff. Like, be out there, let people know you're a rapper, and don't just digitally promote yourself, physically promote yourself. Like, be out there, like I said, out there at parties and rap, you know, like don't be shy,
You got to get over that social anxiety.
yeah, if you want it bad enough, you'll get it. And if you real enough with yourself, like, and you know you're doing good, you writing good music, keep up at it. Like, and always be honest with yourself. Because if you start being fake and start, like, going with a different wave and your friend saying it's good, but you kind of iffy with the sound, like, don't do it. Like, make sure you're 100% real with yourself and your music. And it's going to go off. Like, that's in anything in life too, not just music. If you're 100% real, genuine in anything you walk into, walk with, or walk about, you know, like, it's gonna work out at the end of the day. There's nothing that's gonna stop a genuine person, and nothing can stop one. So
I like it.
And another thing, just be honest. I already said it. Just be honest, man. Just be honest with yourself and everybody around you, and that's all that matters. I promise. Like, I promise. Be honest.
Spread this love, man.
Yeah,
Spread
like
this love.
Nutella.
He got a glaze like a Krispy Kreme donut.
My man is hungry, man.
Man.
21 days, bro. 21 days.
I'm really
bro.
just promoting the EP because all them is in the EP. All them
facts.
lines.
Hey, let's get it, dog. Look, after they watch this episode, dog, they gonna hear the EP, man.
Well, bro, we ain't
It's
gonna
gonna be
take
right
too
there.
much of your time. I appreciate you coming through. This interview's been long overdue. It ain't even an interview. It's just been two brothers, three brothers sitting down having a conversation.
Love it, man.
Because it's all love. But, man, ladies and gentlemen, this has been an episode of Point Proven. I go by the name of Rello. That's Rello.
4 times the genius, man. 4runner.com, man. Look, if you gonna run the world, man.
And we are here with our special guest.
Wody. I'll see y'all around.
Hey. And we out, ladies and gentlemen.
Peace be.